Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday morning. Okay, so before I even start this video, let me apologize. I'm betting the audio is probably not as good as normal. As you notice, there's no microphone on me because I wasn't planning on being here. I'm supposed to have the concert. Well, let's put it this way. I'm recording this Wednesday afternoon before the concert because we're going to, by the time you're watching this tomorrow morning, you will be, or I will be, on the road heading back home. Uh, was planning on being home already at this point because the concert was supposed to happen last night, but as many of you guys know, there were massive storms and tornadoes that hit Tennessee, all of it, yesterday, and so they delayed the show for an extra day. So I didn't bother bringing with me my computer or microphones or anything. I didn't think I'd be recording a video. So my apologies for sitting in a hotel room with less than stellar audio, but it is what it is. So, oh, and in case anybody wonders, yes, I've already talked to people back home, and fortunately there wasn't any damage to my house or anything, and puppies are okay. So thank you, Mountaintop Preps, for taking care of my puppies for an extra day for me. Do appreciate that. Uh, but that's the advantage to having good friends and a mag and everything like that. Talk to a few of the people that we are close with. Let's just leave it at that. To see what was going on, and everybody was okay. So we kind of checked on everybody. They all knew I was here, so that was good. But let's kind of get into this here a little bit. I want to know what the deal is with globalist politicians, we're just going to leave it that way, thinking they are above the law. I want to ask you a question. If somebody came into your neighborhood, your apartment complex, whatever area that you live in, okay, your city, your state for that matter, hell, your country, and decided, you know what? Killing a bunch of people is a good idea. We think we're going to do that. You'd probably fight back, right? Yeah. And of course, there would always be the group of people that would say, oh, the fighting's got to stop, et cetera, right? Okay, you guys with me so far? But this is where I get into this. Remember the story, what, week and a half ago now, where we had the mayor of Newark and a few Congress critters go to the Delaney jail, for lack of a better word, demanding that they get in to see the illegals and trying to force their way in. We now have one congressperson who's been charged with felonies for assaulting a ICE officer, for trespassing on federal land, for the ICE detention facilities. Good, okay, but them all coming out that we deserve to be here. We have a right to be here. No, you don't. You can make an appointment, you can request permission, but no, you don't have the freedom to walk wherever the hell you want. I don't care what you're I'm a representative. I don't GAF. Okay? You're still a citizen just like the rest of us. Just because you have a different job than somebody else doesn't give you authorization to go wherever the hell you want. I will tell you this. The President of the United States is not walking into some nuclear facility and saying, hi, I'm here, let me in. No, there will be a scheduling ahead of time saying, hey, this is when the President of the United States is coming. Okay? You being some little piss-ass congressman isn't going to mean squat. Okay? But this is getting bigger. And if you caught the news here when you're watching this yesterday, when I'm recording this today, okay, we have a little issue going on over in the occupied areas of Gaza, okay, over in Israel. And you had a group of delegates from the EU and 23 or 24 other countries from around the world, South America, Asia, Europe, whatever it would be, just decided they were going to stroll into the occupied zone and they were going to do an inspection. Didn't tell anybody they were coming, just decided to show up. And of course, when the Israeli troops saw them, unidentified people walking where they're not supposed to be, they fired a couple of warning shots. Didn't shoot anybody, just warning shots. And of course, the delegation backpedaled, beat feet, and got out of there quick. And then demanded an investigation for why they weren't allowed in. No, sorry. That's a freaking war zone. You just don't go in unannounced and say, "Hi, I'm here. We'd like to talk to some people." But this is the audacity that these globalists have. And don't think it's going to get any better. Now, the U.S. had no representative in this gaggle of idiots, but plenty of our allies did. Okay. What would you do if all of a sudden, in the situation I posed earlier, some politician decides to show up? Hey, we want to inspect what you have in the way of food. We want to inspect what you have in the way of ammunition or power supplies, or pick one of your preps, okay? I ain't telling you squat. I'm a sitting U.S. congressman. I don't give a damn if you're Mickey Mouse, okay? Not going to happen, Sorry. Donald Trump can come to my front door and say, "I want to inspect it." My answer is going to be, "Get the hell off my front porch." Okay? I don't care if it was Joe Biden as the president. I tell him the same damn thing. Okay? No. There are certain places that you need to make an appointment with. My front porch is one of them. I hope your front porch is one too. If I know you're coming, that's fine. I'll tell you whether or not you are welcome or not. If you decide to show up unannounced, expect me to be armed when I answer the door. And if you don't want to listen, expect to learn how to dance real fast. Okay? This is getting crazy, where these elitists think they just have carte blanche to go wherever the hell they damn well please. Now, we have all the stories going on in Israel about Israel making plans to destroy, we'll just use that word, the Iranian nuclear facilities. They're at war, okay? Yeah, I'd say that's okay with me. I'm fine with it. Go ahead. Before somebody says, "Oh, gee, you're pro-Israel." Yeah, okay? Sorry. I'm going to be pro-Israel against the Palestinians. I'm going to be pro-Israel against the Iranians. You don't like it? Tough. Okay? That's my right to have an opinion on something. If yours differs, that's your right to have an opinion on it too. I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change my mind, and we're good. Okay? But when it comes to my own personal space, no, nobody has a right to be there unless I give them the authorization. Nobody has the right to walk into the house unless I give them the authorization. Now, sure, I'll give you the fact that, gee, if a judge writes a warrant for a cop to come in the house, that's different. But there has to be some sort of, quote, probable cause, okay? Their judge isn't going to go, "Yeah, we'll give you a warrant to go see how many jars of spaghetti sauce he has." That's not going to happen. If they do, then you get to see me exercise some of my other rights. But this is how far the globalist cabal is going. I mean, that's twice now in 2 weeks that I'm a politician. I'm better than you. I'm your superior. You have to do what I say. No, I don't. No, I won't. People need to, the public, you and me, people need to make it very obvious to these people who think they are better than the rest of us that they aren't, that they don't have any special rights, that no, they are not above the law, no, that there aren't rules for thee and not for me. Okay. I make these videos to educate people. I make these videos hoping that somebody sees them and goes, oh shit, maybe they don't all agree with me. Maybe I'm not as high and mighty as I think I am. Oh crap, maybe there is somebody that's going to not let me in the front door or not do as I say. No. Guilty. More people need to stand up, need to say exactly what I'm saying here. Hell no. This is a free country, right? Freedom, liberty. We all know what that stuff is. Politicians and authority figures think they have a little bit more freedom than we do. I hate to tell them this. They're wrong. Pinball out. And again, sorry about the audio. Have a good one. By the time you're seeing this, I'm driving on the road home. Depending on what time I get home, something happens. We'll see if there's more news. Maybe I'll see you this afternoon. So, pinball out again.